Hey everyone, this is Friday. I hope everybody's doing good. I want to introduce myself for all of y'all that have never been here before. My name is Beth and I am so happy that you're here. For all of y'all that have been here many times before, thank you so very much for coming back. We have a really full video today. We are going to unpack what I bought at the Salvation Army yesterday, and I tried to do a walkthrough so y'all could see me there, but the music was so loud there yesterday, and every time I would record a bit and I would listen back to it, it would never have gotten through YouTube's. So I deleted it and I stopped trying. But you get to see what I got. And I also ordered a few small sample packs from Eye Candy, and I'm really excited about finding those. I haven't opened it yet. I got it in the mail yesterday, and they're ColorShift pigments, and so I'm really excited about those. But then, you know the alcohol ink, right? That I got, the metallic alcohol ink. Somebody was wanting to know, oh, that was the Scrabble set though, wasn't it? Well, we're going to do the chess set today. We're going to do one set of the chess set, and we're going to do it with the 10-minute Cure Polyurethane Resin. Yes, we are. And we're going to put the metallic alcohol inks in there. I'm going to do it a little bit different, so if this is something that you think that you would like to watch, we're fixing to get started. All right. Here we go. Now, if I can get this on the base. Ooh-wee, okay. And I do have it on the automatic focus, so let's hope that works today. The other day, it seemed like it was so far away, but we will see. Eye Candy. It only, let me tell you, I ordered this, and 2 days later, it was at my mailbox. So, the speed of the delivery was like, woohoo. It normally doesn't happen like this with most companies, so I was very impressed. Although I'm already impressed with Eye Candy. I do have an affiliate link with them, and that's the only affiliate link I have other than NT Resin. Both companies, I think the quality is fantastic, and I'm real picky about that. Now, I will have to say I got so excited because I heard from Hippie Crafter today, and they're going to send me some free stuff. And of course, I love Hippie Crafter stuff. I think they have really good quality stuff too. And they asked me if I wanted to participate in their affiliate program, and you better believe it. They didn't ask me last time, but I do. Hippie Crafter is a small family-run business, but they ship out quickly. The quality of their products are really good. They don't have a huge inventory, but what they do have is really good quality products. So I'm excited about that. It will probably be a while before we have the free products sent, but as soon as they do, I most definitely will have a whole video on nothing but Hippie Crafter. But we're going to get back to Eye Candy right now. Yeah, I'm all over the place. That's me. That's my personality in a nutshell. Okay. These are the 1 grams. These packages right here. And I'm never going to get their names right. I want to say Gary or Gary. But that could be totally different. I mean, who knows? But this is ColorShift, and this is the reason why I got these. Ebisu. 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 I don't know. But these are ColorShift also. Now, these, I think, are the 5 grams, I think. Haiku. I don't remember getting Haiku. Okay, I don't remember getting Haiku. I may have. I think I already had that, though. But these are all supposed to be color shifts. Here's your sticker. They always some popsicle sticks. I also have pigments. I've never tried their pigments. I so want to try their pigments. This is my receipt. I'll show it to you. I don't have anything to hide. The ColorShift. Okay. This one right here is the ColorShift. 5 grams. That's 5 grams. Oh, okay. That's the biggest one. And, well, it feels, okay, it feels thicker. Then this one right here, that I'm butchering the name on, that's 1 gram. That's an Ultra Shift. The Haiku, which I do know I'm pronouncing that right, because Avon had a Haiku perfume, and yes, I used to be big into Avon. I was, actually, I had people up underneath me that sold, and used to go to all their conventions and stuff, and but I finally got out of it. I had more Avon than I needed it in my home. But anyway, Haiku, that is also a ColorShift, and that's 1 gram. And you're saying, I paid $1.75 for this. And it is wonderful for a sample. Look at the ColorShift, y'all. Look at that. Ooh, wee. You see that? It's turning blue. Can you see that? Oh, look at the orange. Oh, yeah, this can be fun to use. And then, Shisho? I'm not saying that right either. Shisho. Anyway, this is a ColorShift too. Let's see if we can do that. I see the purple, but I don't really see. I see a little pink. Okay. I see the purple. Do I see the blue? Because I think that's what's supposed to. And then the this one is also a ColorShift. That was 1 gram. $2 is $1.75. Now I paid $8 for this because that is an Ultra Shift. And it's supposed to be green, gold. We'll be playing with this. Probably not today, because this I want to use with the resin. And I spent a total of $22.08. And because I'm an affiliate, that was my discount, $1.88. I don't, and I have to use my own. Don't use mine because you won't get as much discount. I have to use my own discount when I order from Eye Candy, because it would be really horrible for me to order it through the discount I give y'all and get that discount and then turn around and get my commission. Now, that's just not being fair at all, and I won't do that. I don't know if anybody else does or not, but morally and ethically, that is not cool. So I do use my affiliate coupon, and I think that's 10%. It is what they give me, but I don't make commission off of myself, as should I not ever do that. Eye Candy is a great company, and so there you go. And I'm excited about these. And it may not look like much, but it does not take much, y'all. It does not take much at all. This is the one that was on sale. This is what brought me to Eye Candy to look around. And then, of course, I really didn't have ColorShifts, and so I wanted to try those. But that does not work really well with the 10-minute cure. That takes a resin. But good news is our weather is changing. Next week it's supposed to be in the 70s, and when it gets to the 70s, we start doing resin again, because it's warm enough and I don't have to worry about it being too cool in the garage. So I'm going to put these back in here so I don't lose them right now, though, along with their sticker. I like their stickers. I like the company. And we're going to put it right up here so I do not lose it and have to hunt it down. Okay. Now, Yesterday, it was pouring down rain. Pouring down rain. And there was very little at Salvation Army yesterday. The shelves were almost bare. But that didn't keep me from finding things. Oh, no. This right here. Now, this is wallpaper. Oh, but this is the crafter's dream right here, y'all. If you ever see this, you need to pick it up. Oh, and the tickets yesterday. Oh, poo-poo. I'm going to forget. I do not remember. Wait a minute. Let me look at some of the stuff and I can tell you. It was not. It was yellow and red. Yellow was half off and red was $1. This was not discounted at all, but I got 25 cents off of this because I get 25% because it was senior day, so I paid 75 cents for this whole roll of this wonderfully embossed wallpaper. Now, I'm going to paint this, so that didn't even bother me. And you can cut and just use that piece. You can cut and just use that piece. You can cut and just use that piece. Or you can do, like if you had a big window and you were trying to figure out what in the world to do with it, right here. You paint it one color and then you put different colors in, chalk paint, texture art, stamp ink, stencils on top of this that's already got a design. Oh, this is so much fun here, y'all. This was the best thing I got there, I think. Now, that's just my opinion, but for 75 cents, that was my best deal. You see how much I got? This was it. And yes, I was really, really excited about this. And I'm looking for tape to tape this back. What I need is a rubber band. But I think I threw all my rubber bands away. And no, it's when I had one of those relapse in my brain and forgot that maybe I should keep a couple of rubber bands. I do that every so often. How about y'all? Do you ever have brain relapses? I guess it comes with the age, right? Nope, I threw every one of those things away. I don't have a rubber band one in my drawers. Oh, well, what I do have, though, is I need to get a new mask anyway, so... Yes, I am doing it because it works. And I've used this mask about 5 times, so I will get a new one anyway. See, I got... Okay. And then this item, this is a personal item. I got this. It's a Wilton. Y'all know that, well, you should know by now that we're keto low carb. And this is the perfect pan for 4 of... I can make low carb pies in here. I can do my pancakes. I did cabbage pancakes yesterday. I sliced up cabbage and carrot and onion and bell pepper and put some cheese and eggs and a little bit of nut flour in there and a lot of different spices, and I fried them in avocado oil, and oh my word, they were so good, but they were so filling that I ate 2 of those and I felt so stuffed. But they're jam-packed with really good stuff for you. And so I could also use this if I didn't want to fry it, if I wanted to bake it. But for $2, this was a no-brainer for me. And I will use this all the time. And this is actually small enough, it will fit into my air fryer oven too. So, this was fun. And I don't think it's ever been used because the tags are still on here. And I got these. Now, I wanted to try the new Crimpet. I don't know if y'all have heard about that or not. And this is not the new, this is not a Crimpet. But I thought, well, why couldn't it be? It's on the same concept. And so, that was half off, so I paid $1.50 for this. And this is another personal use thing too. We eat a lot of zero carb tortillas. And I'll tell you what, one of the best things, if I've got a sweet tooth, I will get a tortilla and I will spread cream cheese and a little bit of allulose, which is a great sugar to use if you don't want to use, you know, real sugar. And it actually is quite good for you. And I'll sprinkle some of that on top of the cream cheese and then put cinnamon, and I'll roll that up and I'll slice it, and then I will cook it in either olive oil or avocado oil. Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm eating a cinnamon swirl. And I'm thinking I could make like low-carb keto Hot Pockets in here. Yeah, I see something on here, and I don't know what it is. So I'm going to wipe it off before I start touching it. It looked wet, and that's the reason why I decided to do that. I know it doesn't gross me out. I know when I buy stuff in the thrift store, they don't have time to clean this stuff. They're doing good to get it sorted and out on the floor. I used to manage Goodwill. I know how it works. Although Goodwill is one of my least favorite thrift stores. But we don't even want to get into that right now. I could tell you stories, but not today. Okay. And so you lay the tortilla out. And of course I will be sticking these in my dishwasher and cleaning these. They're real good. But you lay the tortilla in there. You fill it up. And the thing is it's supposed to clamp and make the thing go. And the crimpet, which is like $29.99, is basically the same thing. Now these are cheap versions of it, okay? But I thought for $1.50, I'm going to try it and see. And it clamps it together. And I like the fact that there's different sizes. And these are cheapos, but I don't care. If they work. Look at that. Ooh, Chinese dumplings. Oh, I love dumplings, and I can't eat dumplings. But I could try. I've learned how to make crab ragoons low carb. Oh, yes, indeedy. With real crab meat. I get the canned crab meat from Publix. And okay, we're getting off subject. This is not a cooking show. This is a craft video. If any of y'all want any of my low carb recipes, so you just send me an email and I'll send you some. For $1.50, yeah, I'm going to try that. I'll let you know. I'll take pictures. Red was $1. Look at these. Look at the price of that Pier 1. $10. I got them for $1 a piece. And there's a reason why I got these. You'll see that later. But I paid $1 a piece for these clear easels. That is an awesome price. This would have cost me $30 at Pier 1, which they don't even exist anymore. But I paid $3. Now, you can't get much better than that right there. And I'm going to leave those right over there for right now. And we'll get back to those in a minute. These right here. This is going to be an upcycle for sure. Now, I paid $1.99. Let's say $2 minus the 25%. So, I paid $1.49 for both of these. They were made in Hong Kong, so they're vintage. And I'm going to paint these, and I think I'm going to make a little Valentine's decor. If not Valentine's, it'll be Easter. It depends on how soon I get to them. But they'll definitely not look anything like these when I get done. But I paid 75 cents a piece for these. And that's cheaper than the dollar store, or the Dollar Tree. So I thought those were cool. And there's so many things you can do. You don't have to use it, okay. I'm still into one bag. Oh, this was fun. This was also red, so it was $1. That's not going to be there. Although I love my kitchen prayer. You see that's very vintage, but it's not going to stay on here because it is in bad shape. But I'll read this in case you've never heard the kitchen prayer. This has been around since before I was born. My grandmother had a plate that had it in her kitchen. My mother had a plate when... I've seen this all my life. My kitchen prayer. Bless my little kitchen, Lord. I love it every nook. I love its every nook. And bless me as I do my work, wash pots and pans, and cook. May the meals that I prepare be seasoned from above with thy blessing and thy grace, but most of all thy love. As we partake of earthly food, the table thou hast spread, will not forget to thank thee, Lord, for all of our daily bread. So bless my little kitchen, Lord, and those who enter in, may they find naught but joy and peace and happiness therein. Amen. And I really wish it was in really good shape, because I would love to keep that on there. But what I might do is see if I cannot find my kitchen prayer online somewhere, print it off, put it on transfer paper, and do a transfer on here. Or I might print it on rice paper and do a decoupage. I could do that too. But this is in too bad of a shape right here. And I'm going to have to sand this off. But I love, this is old. You can tell it's old. And I am going to sand this off and redo it. And it may be with the new kitchen prayer. I don't know. We'll find out. This is going to be coming soon, because I want to get this done. I want to put it in my kitchen. I don't have that in my kitchen, and I'm the only generation, I think, of my whole family that has never had the kitchen prayer. I have had, but I don't have one right now. Okay, and these right here. Now, I did pay, with my discount, it was $1.49. And I don't know how many years ago, $4.97 is what I can guarantee you cannot get these for $5 anymore. This was this was distributed by Lowe's Home Centers. And it was holiday living, but it does not have a date. Normally their stuff does have a date. I'm going to say this is probably 2020. Somewhere around there. But I paid $1.49 for them. And you can do all sorts of things. And it comes with a little... Oh my, I didn't know that they had the holes in them already. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I already have the pre-drill holes. Oh, no. That's cool. I may make an Easter tree. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Alright, I'm going to put these up over here. And let's go on to... Not a lot of personal stuff this time. Okay. I got a pair of Puma shoes. Leather Puma tennis shoes for $1. And yes, I'm not past wearing used tennis shoes. Oh, not at all. They only wanted $6 to begin with. But it was red tag. The soles look good. The tread is really good. They are not dry rotting. If you're ever wondering how to test if a shoe is dry rotted, because they do dry rot, bend it like this. If it's dry rotting, it will start cracking. You'll start seeing the crack in there. They are not. And these are size 9, and I wear between an 8.5 and a 9. And I was real pleased. The insoles look really, really good too. So I was just really pleased to find those for $1. Even the shoe laces don't look bad. I don't think these were wore a whole lot. Of course, these are all leather. And they're style Clyde, which I don't have a clue. But for $1, yes, I had to buy those. And then, oh, let me get these out of here because, okay. And this was $1 too. And of course, I love this. And I think I'm going to make a mold out of it. Even though there's an imperfection there, that doesn't bother me. But I really, really like this. And I paid $1 for it. And I really do think I'm going to end up making a mold. And there are going to be imperfections, because you can see down through there. And I might, this seam right here, I may, you know, take that and, now this is not sharp, okay, so I don't think this is going to work. But you can, when you have something like this, you can get, and I can, yes, I can take it down. Because it's, can you see it? It's taking it off. And this blade is really dull. And I may take that and smooth that out. But there's a lot of imperfections down through here. And I'm not going to worry about it. And the same thing right here. This is where the clay, they just didn't clean it good when they baked it. Uh-oh. Did I break it? No, I'm going to have to fix that though, because the silicone will go down in there. What I may do is paint it real good first, and then put a coat on it, and then make a mold out of it. Because I just popped. It's not back here. But see, even that, it's just where they did not clean it good. But I can get it off if I really want to. Because whatever is on here when you make the mold, it's going to stay. But for $1, I just really like the angel. Okay, let's get this all cleaned up and off of here. And then I use these a lot. These are the off-brand. I do have the, I paid $1 for this. I do have the, why can't I think of the brand name? But I also have these. Walmart carries these. Ozark, I believe, is the name of this one. But these work just as good as the other ones. And why can I not remember the name? I've got 3 of them up there. I also have a ball cap with the brand name on it on eBay. I know y'all are screaming at me, aren't you? Beth, it's such and such. But anyway, I paid $1 for this, and it's the kind, this will actually fit in my cup holder in my car. The other ones that, I think this is 32 ounce, my 16 ounce, which I think it's still in the car. I put my coffee in it if we're going somewhere early in the morning, and I take my coffee with me. It doesn't fit really good in my cup holder. These fit really well in the cup holder. So, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with this one at all. So for $1, yeah, all the time. And then I paid $1 for this. And it's because it's a 1/4 of a cup, and it's 250 ml. And it's about twice the size of these that I use. See? And it just gives me, and I like the fact that they're, see how the top is sort of scooped? I sort of like that. And so for $1, I would have bought every one they had for $1 a piece. But this is the only one they had. And then I paid $1.50 for these. And it's just because they're vintage and they were made in Japan. And I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I may make a mold out of these to have just a little bitty. These are like little ring trinkets, trays and stuff. But they're just so, that's got something all over it. They hide that. Probably not intentionally. They probably didn't pay any attention to it. And normally I do take them apart, and they don't care, because sometimes a piece is broken, and they want people to know if it's broken, so they don't care. As long as you tell them. They don't want people taking stuff apart. And just throwing it back on the shelf. I'm seeing if that stuff won't come off. And I think, yeah, it will come off. I don't know what it was. Probably where somebody put candy. That's what it reminds me of. You know, hard, like peppermint candy. That's what it reminded me of. But it is coming off. But these would make cute little molds. Oh, that's got a little crack in there. But that one looks really good. So I may make a mold out of those too. Those might be fun. To actually make a mold out of. Because if I did it that way, it would go up underneath here. And only this part would be flat. Ooh, that might be fun. I don't know how much silicone I have, but I think I have enough down there to do those right now. I know I don't have enough to do the angel right now. Okay, we have one more bag. And I think most of this stuff, I got a cup for me that's in here. I got a cup to put on my online stores. Yeah, I think vintage Syracuse restaurant ware, made in the United States with the eagle. That is an old cup where if you walked into a cafe, 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you walked into a cafe, this is what you would be drinking out of. And Dan loves his restaurant ware cups that he has upstairs. They're the big ones. They're the coffee cups that came out more in the late 50s and 60s, and you saw them in the cafes. This could have been a teacup, actually, but some of these were also coffee cups, but that is definitely going on eBay and Poshmark and my Etsy store. And I paid, these were not on sale. I paid $1.99, so it cost me $1.50 because it was $1.99. Now this one is mine. I'm going to keep this one because it is so me. And I paid $2.99 minus my discount, so I paid $2.25 for this. But it says on both sides, I am not responsible for what my face does when you talk. I cannot hide my emotions on my face. I can't do it. I can't hide my emotions in my voice either. I just can't do it. I've never been able to do it. And when I read that, I started laughing. Because it's like, this is just totally me. And it's an oversized cup. And, of course, I like my cups oversized because I blend my coffee every morning. I put 6 ounces of coffee. I put 4 ounces of Tim Hortons hot chocolate, which is the best. Tim Hortons coffee. It's a Canadian coffee, and it's the bomb, y'all. Tim Hortons coffee, and then they have Tim Hortons hot cocoa, and we use the K-cup for that. And I use the Kahula, I think is the name, coffee. The vanilla and macadamia nut flavor is what I use. I do 6 ounces of coffee. I use the 4 ounces. I stop it every time. 4 ounces of the hot cocoa, and then coconut milk. I use 1 ounce of coconut milk, and I use 2 ounces of half and half. And this is my low carb, no sugar coffee drink. The Tim Hortons has very few carbs, and because I cut it in half, I get half the carbs, but I don't have to put anything in my coffee. That is what I mix up, and I love it, and I whip it, and I feel like I'm in a cafe drinking coffee every time. And this will hold it. It's distributed by, let's see, I have no idea, PMI, Brisbane, California. Never heard of them before in my life. But I like what the cup says. I actually like the color too, and it's nasty. So, but all this goes into my dishwasher anyway. Okay. Yeah, not a lot of crafty stuff today, but I did get a little bit. I didn't get any, they didn't have anything in the craft room today. They did not. This I paid $2.25 for. It's Baby Yoda. I know there's another name for him. The Mandalorian, the child, and it's Star Wars, and it's Disney. It's a Disney cup, and this is one of the older ones, and this is definitely going on eBay and Etsy and Poshmark because it's just adorable. Well, if you're a nerd like I am and you like this kind of stuff, and I almost want to keep this for myself, but I know that I don't need it. I already bought me another cup, and I really didn't need that cup. But so it's going on my online stores. And I bought this for myself too. Yeah, I did. I am constantly having to clean my stove off. And y'all know I'm OCD about down here. I'm even worse upstairs. And I paid $2.25 for this. It says Rust and Grease. I'm sorry. It makes me laugh every time I see this. It's not a real expensive. It's Creative Co-op. I think Target maybe. Or maybe Walmart. I don't know. But it's in good shape for $2.25. I know I couldn't buy it anywhere for that. And I didn't have a spoon rest. And I'm so bad. I'll put a spoon down. And then I'm constantly having to wipe it up with a paper towel. So I thought, well, if I keep this on my stove, then maybe I'll save on paper towels. Who knows? And I like the fact that it's black and white. And I know if I wanted to change it up, I could change it up. I could make it fancy. I could add stuff to it. That's a fun thing about getting stuff for yourself. Because, you know, if I wanted to add chickens or if I wanted to... Yeah, endless possibilities, y'all. But that's going upstairs. So let me set that over here with the rest of the stuff. I got quite a bit of stuff going upstairs today. Let me move this because the last thing that I'm going to show you... Oh, that's not the last thing. I need to show you these two. But the last thing I got from the dump, I keep this round packing paper and I reuse when I'm packing packages up. Y'all know I did something similar to this before, and I actually sold it. I put it on my Etsy shop, and I sold it. Now, these were half off, and they most definitely need to be painted. I paid $2 a piece for these, and they have hangers on them, but they're heavy, and when I get through with them, they're going to be heavier. So, but they do have the hangers on them. If you have really good strong walls, or if you know where a beam is going through your wall and you really take time to do that, then it would be fine. I mean, it even says hang this mirror at your own risk. I've never seen that before, but the main reason why I got these is it's just crying out for resin and glass. It just, as soon as I saw it, because that's what I did with the other one, and I loved working with it. And when I saw this, it was like, oh, I have to get this. So I spent $6 total on these. But it was like I was meant to get these, because after I saw those, I saw the easels. Now, I don't know if you can see this, but they fit perfectly. I mean, it was like they were meant for each other. And so I'm going to be doing these, and I will be putting these up for sale. And the easels will go with it. So if they don't want to take the chance of hanging them up, they can set them on a table somewhere, and it will be gorgeous. And I have 3 of them that I can have fun doing. And one of them I know I'm going to do with turquoise, and I'm going to add some T90 seashells in with it too. And I'm going to make some of it look like waves. I'm excited about this project. Really, really excited. And so for 3 of those, this was $6, $7, $8, $9 to do 3 of these. Yeah. This is going to be fun, fun, fun right there. And I'm looking for a place to put this. I'm telling you. Oh, but I wanted to show you. What was it I wanted to show you? Oh. This came from the dump. Somebody was going to throw that away. Look at there. It's got a spoon. And what does it say? Happy Tappy. Happy Tappy? Stainless steel. Happy Tappy. I'm going to say that this is sort of old. Because look. Look at that spoon. But Happy Tappy. We're going to do something with this too. This is just too cute to leave just a plain jar. And that came from the dump, so it didn't cost me anything. Well, I also got this jar from the dump too. Dan asked me if I wanted it. This is hand blown. You see that thing right there? That's where they cut it off the rod where they were blowing it. There's no other markings on this, but it is a really pretty shaped. See that? Yeah, hand blown glass. Somebody's thrown it away, and I'm definitely going to do something with that too. I'm not leaving it clear. But the shape of it is absolutely gorgeous. And it's a thick glass. It is not thin. Alrighty, well that is it for the haul part of it. Now I do have a Temu order coming in today, but that is going to be a total different video. I decided not to wait for that to come through the mail. I wanted to come on down here and get it done earlier. Our mail runs late, y'all. I mean, when I say late, sometimes it's 7, 8 o'clock at night before he is pulling in. Sometimes it's earlier. But it's more late than early. And it's right now it's 1:46. To let you know. Which is really early for me to be doing a video. Well, hello, Josette. I just got a message from her on my phone on the YouTube studio that she was viewing from the Caribbean. I'm so glad you're watching, and thank you for such a sweet response. She said, lovely haul and gorgeous resin hearts. And she always calls me Miss Beth. And it just popped up on my phone. Alrighty, so here we go. I'm hoping this is going to turn out. Who knows? I don't. But we're going to try it. If it doesn't turn out, we'll figure out another way. Yep, and yep. Oh yeah, we're doing the board too. Chest set ain't no good without, chest pieces ain't no good without the board. So we're doing 10-minute Cure Polyurethane. And let's just hope that it turns out. Now, I'm going to put that right there because this is where it's the most level. Yep. Can y'all see that? I wish it would focus in on it. Go, whoa. Sound effect's going to make the camera. I'm trying to get it to go down. Go down. Nope, it's not going to. It's got a mind of its own. Alright. It is even. I mean, it's level. Right there. It is level. So we're going to do this first. You know, the mold's wonky. But we're going to just do it. Okay. And I really wanted to do the alcohol inks, but I'm really afraid that that is not going to work. So let's see. They're going to dry enough for me to do this. Come on. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is going to be a bright color. Chestnut. This is not going to be a dull or black and white, which black and white would be really cool. This is going to be a whimsical. You see how these are the new markers that I got from ARRTX, which I am going to be doing a video by itself about ARRTX markers. And when I do, they're going to send me coupons for a discount for y'all. So hold off and don't buy these markers until I get the discount for you. Because they're not cheap markers, but they are good quality markers. And, you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. A lot of times you get what you pay for. I got it right in here, and I wanted to get it out. Oh, and it's almost. Okay. I'm going to heat this up a little bit. Looks like it's popping open there. I don't know. This mold does not look real level to me. let's see if I can't get a better coating now. Oop. There's a reason why I'm doing this, y'all. There's a method to my madness, as they say. I know, but I don't want to keep turning it off and turning it on. So just close your ears for a few more minutes. If you don't like the noise of the heat gun. I am trying to go as fast as possible here without making a total mess. Y'all know that I don't fast forward. You see everything in real time, good or bad. That's how I do it. See, it's already looking like a checkerboard, right? But we're going to go over it again. We're going to give it a minute, and I'm going to get this little piece off of here. Okay, and then third coat. Let's hope that this is enough where I don't have to go back with, oh, maybe I should shake this up. Shake, shake, shake. I keep forgetting that these are paint pens, paint markers. That might help a little bit. Oop. Get more product in there. Oh, and it does. Don't forget to shake your paint markers. They were going on so nicely that I almost forgot that you had to do that. But oh, you can tell the difference that it's making. Yes, I'm going back if I feel like I need to, because I want a nice opaque line right here. Did I tell y'all I'm going to make a chicken crusted pizza tonight for supper? I got ground chicken at the grocery store today. And it's such, oh, see, I'm making a mess. I'm trying to hurry. That one square seems to be the one that gets it the most. But thankfully I can go back and clean it up. I got a lot of cleaning up to do now. Actually, it's not a lot. But it's more than the last 2 times. I'm trying to hurry, y'all, so we can get to the fun part. But I don't do good when I hurry. And actually, this right here is fun to me. But I know y'all watching may not see it the same way. It may not be fun to you. And I think I'm going to have to go over and do a 4th one on some of these. I don't know. We shall see. Let the pen take a rest for a minute while I clean. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I still... Let me dry it again real good. Maybe that's... Because I want it to be good, crisp lines. Oh, now the focus is going to come up. Look at that. Why is it pulling the focus up now? And I don't know if you can tell, but there are areas that is not totally covered, and that's poot. Okay, I'm going to slow down. And I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, but there's just some little white spots and I don't want those little white spots to be there. So that's why I'm going back. Now I'll eventually, if they don't go away, I'll eventually just give up and say, well, this is as good as it's going to get, and go on. Pooch. Okay, this is the last time I'm going to do this. If it doesn't get a full coverage, then we'll deal with it afterwards. I can put it on after the fact. I was just trying to get it so where I wouldn't have to, but we can fix it after the resin sets up. So now I'm getting it in spots I really don't want it in. You see what's happening? So let me clean this up. Okay. Okay. So now let's see if we can get the line connecting all of it to stay. Yes, I'm using the side of the marker for this. I just popped that. It just broke. Poof. And this is a dry one. Why is it doing that? That tells me that mold is raised up right there. And it is. See, I could tell because the marker, and there's blue right there. Y'all, this is not going to be perfect. I can tell you right now. I'm going to let that dry a little bit before I go to smear it off. Whoa. Yeah, the mold is weird because, see, this is the way that it should work if it's level. Right there. It's not right there, which tells me the corner is up. Okay. Here we go. And clean that off. Okay. That's something else you need to remember to do. Just because you think you got the lines connecting, you don't have. So go back over and make sure those lines are also connected. Yeah, I'm trying to do this really fast. And some of them's working fine. Some of them's getting too much. Okay. Okay, I'm looking to see if I see any white anywhere. Because that white is going to pop like a sore thumb if I don't get the white to hiss. And there's going to be white. And I'll just take care of it then. Okay. Now, the question is, right here, do I want to put alcohol ink in there? And I think I do. But I think what I'm going to do, instead of having it full strength, I am going to be using it. I'll use my gel plate right here. I'm going to be using it with alcohol to make it let me clean this out so I can use this real quick. So I think I'm going to use this new measuring cup thing today. I just want to make sure that it's clean. It doesn't have anything in there that it shouldn't have in there. Actually cleaned up really nicely. Okay. Let me get my gloves on. Okay. Now I know I want to use the magenta. I don't want to use the matcha this time. I use the ice blue, I think. Yeah. White. I do not want to use the gold or no, I don't want the rouge either. I think I got the ones that I want to use out of here. Yep. Yep, and no silver. Okay. But we most definitely do want to use this, and I will pull this out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to spray some alcohol on my gel plate. Yeah, I'm not using it full strength. I've got alcohol in this. Okay. This is the magenta. I'm going to shake it up. I have alcohol down here, so it's thinning this out. It's not going on full strength. I'm hoping that keeps it from getting gunky like the other one was. If I have to put more down, I put more alcohol. Okay. We're going to go ahead and mix this stuff up. And then I'm going to pour a little bit of the full strength. But I want to get this stuff. And I'm wondering if it's going to take... I think it's going to take the full thing. I do. We have B. And I'm going to go ahead and get a stir stick, and I'm going to go ahead and put in the Marabou Rainbow in my B. Okay, and before I put the A in, I'm hoping this is not going... But I want some swirls in here. And I'm going to swirl it around in just a minute. And I'm going to try to pour it in these first. Ooh, almost did it that time. Okay. Then I'm taking alcohol. I want a swirly effect, and I'm not getting it. Okay, this is not. It's beaten up on here, but as long as it doesn't stay dry, so I don't want to get it dry so where it I want it to stay wet. And this is probably going to go all over the place, and there's not anything I can do about that. Okay. I was hoping those colors would stay inside those squares, but they're not going to. And not with this. There's no way I can pour. I don't think I can. No. That would be so cool though if I could. Yeah, we're going to do this, y'all. I'm going to use this to pour the chest pieces with. No, but I didn't want to waste this, so. Which I am not going to move. Let's see. I'm trying to get most of the color out. Okay. Don't know about this, so we're going to have to just leave it alone and make more up. Yeah, I'm trying to clean my mat off before it gets ruined. Okay. Because I didn't put anything down because I didn't think I was going to be doing this way. I'm fixing to move my gel plate and get that off of here because we don't use this, we don't need this anymore. And I think I need about another whole thing of this. Okay. So I will clean these out later. We're going to mix more up. That's a good thing about it being so fast. And I have no idea about this up here. That could be all I'm going to pull that little bit off of there though, because I do not want that color showing. I'm looking for my little scraper thing. I'm not seeing it in here. Here, I'll use this. That is actually for my pan pastels, but it will work for this. Now this may be in vain. I don't know. See, I have no idea how much the colors ran underneath the white because I can't see it anymore. So, and if it is, you know. But I want to try just in case. And I'm pulling all this off. And hopefully it will, you won't be able to tell the difference when I re-pour. Okay. I don't know why that's not curing. That's the weirdness. Maybe because it's so thin. That cured right up. Okay, so we're going to make some more. And I'm going to say, this is probably not going to be enough either. I think it's going to take more than what I think. But just in case, I want to have a mold ready. let me see what I can find really quick. The Easter eggs. I need Easter eggs. Okay. And the Easter egg mold is over here somewhere. So let me just open this. And I might get one Easter egg out of it. Surely I won't have that much left over. Easter egg mold. We're going to set that right over here. Oh, boy, that's a flimsy, flimsy mold. Oh, wow, that is a very flimsy mold. Oh, good gracious. I'm going to put 2 cups side by side to try to brace it, and I'll do the inside eggs. If I do eggs. Okay. So here we go. Stick out, ready to go. We're putting in part A, and we're putting in part B, and this is going to get hard a lot faster because there's a lot more of it. We're going to stir it. What I forgot to do is put this in. Oh no. I don't think that's enough. And that is not opening. I'm going to run into trouble with this. Come on. Yep, it's already getting hot. Okay, let's get it in the mold. Oh, wow. I don't even think that's enough, is it? Wow. Well, I didn't need the egg. Can't really tell. I cannot really tell. Oh no, we're out of alcohol wipes. Okay. We'll wait and see. We may pour another layer. That's bulging there for some reason. I'll hold it and see if I can't get that to straighten up because it's bulging right there. We're going to have to pour more because the next set's got to be the one that I use with the alcohol inks inside the chest pieces. The other ones were plain white. So we'll go ahead and demold those because I know they're done. We're we're waiting. On this to get done. I'm going to do this for just a minute. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take these gloves off. Whew. Give my hand a break. They get sweaty up underneath there. While that is curing, we're going to bring this over here. We're going to pop these out. Hopefully they come out without any kind of issue. Oh, there's a bubble. But we poured them quickly, so I'm not going to get too upset over a bubble or two. Okay. And as I take them out, I am putting them right back in on the stand, because we're going to have to pour another set. And I'm going to have to clean these up a little bit, but that's okay. As long as I can get them out of the mold. That rook did not get, oh, that one's not good. Okay, did it get stuck, or was it just too thick? Because I poured these really, really fast. Let me make sure that there is nothing stuck in. And there's not. It just did not go down in there good. But this is the first time I've ever poured it. I poured them really quick. So we learn and we redo. And if that's the only bad one, then I'll say that's a win-win. Oop. This pond's got to get a couple of pieces pulled from the bottom, but I can clean that up. And some of them I didn't fill up all the way. I was so worried about overfilling them, and it was getting so hot. I was not prepared to pour this. Ooh, the horse turned up. Nope. That's okay. We need to pour these first so it's good and thin and it can get down in here. And I will be putting some alcohol down in the molds too. Oh. Oh, wow. Is that supposed to be like that? Like the mouth is? Oh, that's sort of weird. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, that's supposed to look like that. Okay. I started to say, wow. But yeah, it's split down in there, so. Again, we have the pawns. Is this the king? I think this is the king. Hope y'all are seeing this. I'm sorry. I'm just now realizing that this auto thing is a little weird. I think I'm going to go back to the other. Okay, this is a little iffy right here. Yep. Yeah, I think it's because the resin was already hot and it was too thick. I think that is the only issue with that. But now I can't get it pushed in. Okay, got it in there. I'm cleaning this off as I go along and putting them right back where they belong. This is another, oh, and I can tell you right now, I can see it. It's not in this. And so, okay, well, the pieces we can use, we'll use, and the pieces we can't, then it's, yep, see, up underneath. So we know now there, we have to really pay attention to the up underneath, but you can see it. So I will just make sure there's alcohol in there, and I pour these first thing, and I don't use that much I don't mix that much resin up at a time. I do small batches so I can keep it thin, even if I have to do half the set first and then half the set next. And one thing I am seeing, for some reason, probably because they're so thick, I mean, they're not thick, but they're thicker than like a tray would be. The marabou is not coming through. Yeah, look how it's split. It's supposed to be that way. So that was a waste, putting the marabou in the chest pieces. Now let's see what happens with the chest board. See if it pops up, because sometimes it pops up on my trays. Now this is over poured, and this is what I was trying not to do. And this is going to be harder. You see how much over pour? On a piece that's supposed to set flat, I'd rather have it under poured than over poured. It's going to take a lot to sand that down to get it level. And I'm just picking the pieces off. Yeah, see, the rook did the same thing. That one too. I want to make sure that there's no pieces in here though. See what I'm looking at? I don't know if you can tell, but you can see. I'm looking down. It looks like there's a little. No, I guess not. Okay. Okay. So the pond. That's the queen, and it did not pour good either. So there's going to be some trouble spots. So I think next time I will pour these in smaller batches, where I can, of course you're not going to have the same issue if you're using regular epoxy resin. I'm working against the clock, and therefore, so you got the queen and the king, and then the bishops, the rooks, and the knights, right? And the pawns. Yeah, that's hot. But we're going to go ahead and take it out because I want to see how bad, or how good. Oh, not too bad. Oh, there it did. Okay. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take it out. The alcohol did the same thing on this. It left, see, even with the extra alcohol, which means I'm probably going to put a top coat of regular epoxy resin on top of this, which is probably a good thing because I didn't pour it all the way either. Yeah, see, the markers did great though. Look at the markers. The markers did great. And let me fill my alcohol back up because I need to douse this. Uh-oh. Which means I'm a little worried about using, yeah, see, I'm trying to get all the alcohol. Look at the little circles. What are those? That's a little weird. What are those? Why are they popping up like that? I don't know. That's weird. I don't mind them, but I don't know where they're coming from. Oh, that's wild. Are y'all seeing that? Oh, did y'all ever watch The Twilight Zone? I bet young people think that I'm just so far out there. If they only knew. Our generation was the only generation, seriously, that went through so many different changes. And let me tell you, we all survived those changes, and I think that's the reason why we're so good at adapting to change. I mean, think about it. Think about, I didn't grow up until I was older with even having a microwave. A cell phone was not even a thing. You still had to get up to turn your TV channel if you wanted to turn the channel. I mean, we had party lines. You shared your phone line. It was like so many things that even my children have no concept of. I mean, even Ashley, and Ashley's 38 now, okay? And when I said something to her about it, I said, oh no, Dick Clark died. She said, who's Dick Clark? And I said, American Bandstand. She said, what's American Bandstand? And I think that is the day that I will always remember in my whole history of when I really, for the first time, felt old. True story. I thought, oh no. I don't know where those came up, but they're sort of cool, so I don't have any problem with them. But I have no explanation for it either. It's like circles, y'all. Look. Do you see? And I could add to it, if I wanted to. I could add to it, but I sort of like it. Oh, this is when I'm going to get it all wrong. Setting up the board, and I should know this, but I do not remember what side. The Queen and King. Oh, my father would be going, Beth, what happened? I'll say, oh, I don't know. I hadn't played chess since 1998. Actually, it was even longer than that, but that's the year he died. I hate that my children really didn't get to. That is wrong. I'm going to look it up because I want to see how bad wrong I am. Oh, yeah, I've got to look it up. Sorry guys, I have to get back to Google to even do chessboard setup. Wow, this has been asked before. Let me turn it around this way so I can. No, okay, that was right. I knew it was wrong. But I did get the king and queen on the right spot. Woohoo! So those go on the end. No, I had this right. Okay. Okay, I had that right. So the only thing I didn't have right was I had these two mixed up. So I had all three of those right. The most important ones I had right. Okay, I want to see. Yeah, with names. Okay. Queen, king. I want to say these are bishops. I want to say these are knights, and those are rooks. But oh, I'm right. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Well, something my father taught me is right then. So, king, queen, bishop, knight, and rook. Okay. And I'm going to have to do something else with this because I don't like the plain white. And see, this was supposed to be plain white, but some of these blue areas popped in, and I cannot figure for the life of me what they are. I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do this too, because this is already, oh Lord, we're already at 2 hours, y'all. Again, but we're gonna do another set. We're gonna do it those colors, whether they come out or not. Yes, I'm spraying alcohol down in these molds. Okay, let me get some gloves on. Okay. We're going to go with a smaller batch this time. We're going to do it a little bit at a time. That's A. This is B. Marabou. We're going in. Ooh, poo, 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 poo. No, no, no. I took the whole lid out. Oh, I don't want to waste this. But there's no way. Okay. I wasted it. I wasn't going to put it in there. I was going to put a drop in the molds. Oh, pooped. That one looks weird. Okay. Okay, and then we're also going to put in blue. And I'm going to shake it. And we're also going to put in the magenta. Okay. And then we are going to mix these two. That is not big enough. Cup is not big enough. Okay. We're going to mix this up. I am going to pour and try to do that to get bubbles up. This is really hard in the stand, but I want to get the ones I pour right. So and bubbles are coming up when I do that. So I know that this is going to be an issue. I do want to get them to the, and right now I'm just going to go around the outside. That is the rook one. So I'm really trying to push that. And it's getting hot, which means it's going to start getting, look at those bubbles. I can't get down to these, which tells me that I'm going to have bubbles, but I can't get down to them. Okay, and I don't have enough. Okay. I need to make enough to get those other two poured and clean up my mess. So it's just going to be a little tiny bit that I'm going to be pouring down in there. Oh, poot. Okay, so let's get 2 of these out. And once again, we're going to put some alcohol down in there. So that is A that I just put in there. This is going to be B. I'm going to sort of eyeball it. Let's see if it's, oh wee, I couldn't have asked for better. Okay. I don't know if this is enough, but if it's not, we'll do it again because I don't want to mix up too much. And I still need to fill up the bottoms of some of these to get them up to the top. Oh no. Okay. And I got resin on the cap, so I'm washing off my cap. Okay, we did not have too much. I love it when I don't have too much. Even though I do want to do one of those eggs, and I do, and we will. Somebody said something about putting mode release on, and I think I'm going to try that next time. And see if that works with it. I wouldn't think it would, but I mean, who knows? Because the alcohol, even with me putting more alcohol down, is sticking to the mold. The marker didn't. The alcohol ink did. At some point, I'm going to be able to get some new alcohol inks. And we'll play around with them. But the ones I've got are so old. I've had them for years. Some of them are probably totally empty anyway. Some of them's got maybe a little bit in there because I used to do alcohol inks all the time. I fell in love with it. I would spend hours. I would stay up all night long playing with alcohol inks. That's how much I loved it. It's the only piece that I ever kept for myself that I actually framed, and it's been hanging in my house ever since I made the piece. It's the only piece. Out of all the years of me doing crafting, I normally don't keep my stuff. I normally give it away, or I sell it. Now there are some pieces that I gave away way back when that I would absolutely love to have. I used to love doing leather craft, and I did a Indian shield with real feathers hanging down, and it was all, I tooled that whole piece of leather, and it was huge. It was a really large wall hanging, and I spent almost a month doing it, and then of course I inked it, I dyed it, and it was gorgeous. And somebody came in and they loved it, and so I gave it to them. And that's when I managed a craft shop on base when we were in Germany. And of course, you know, running a craft shop on base opened the door for any kind of craft I wanted to do. And since I managed the craft shop on base, we used to do lapidary, and we would get gems from Australia. That's how they would come into the base. Now granted, managing anything through military, it was a civil service position, and you're talking about paperwork was horrible. I mean, you get a roll of toilet paper, you had 3 forms you had to fill out. I don't know how it is now, but back in the early 80s, that's how it was. But I loved it because it allowed me to do a little bit of everything. We had a potter's wheel, we had 2 ceramic kilns, we had a woodworking shop, we did, of course, the lapidary, we did leather crafts, we did stained glass, we did macrame. I'm trying to think of everything that we did water, oil, and acrylic painting. We did pen and ink. Mixed media wasn't a big thing back then for some reason. I don't know why. It should have been. It's been around forever. Macrame was. Trying to think of what else, because there were so many things, which meant some of it I taught the classes for. Some of it before I got the job, I had no idea how to do, and I had to teach myself real quick to do it because I had to teach the classes. That's a true story too. And I loved it. I absolutely loved that part of being in Germany. There are a lot of things I hated about being over there, but it had nothing to do with the country. Germany is a gorgeous country. And I made a lot of really good friends. I didn't stay in touch, and I sort of wished I had. Shirley and Don, they were a couple that I met shortly after I got there, and I really wish that I had kept in touch with them. Yeah, I'm just cleaning stuff while I'm waiting. And I don't want to pause and bring you back because we're at 2 hours. And I'm afraid if I do that, I'll lose it. And I don't want to lose the video at this length. And it's not going to take long. So you can see the whole process. I still don't know where those holes came from on that board though. I can't figure out what would cause those. I don't have anything with that design. That's the thing. Like if this was setting on something that had holes, I would say, oh, well, it's picking up the design. That would make sense. But there's nothing with that design. And they're not all the same size hole either. They're not holes, they're circles. I don't know if you can, I'll pick it, well, let me just, it should be, see? Which I'm not against, you know. It gives it a different dimension, but I just don't know where it came from. And this is still sticky, so. Sort of what they look like, though. You can sort of get an idea. Let me set them out here. We can sort of look at them and get an idea. Did it get it up underneath? Nope, it did not. I can see the space right there. This may have been one of the last ones that I did, and it was already starting to get hot, so. But, yeah, it did not get it all the way. Well, at least it'll match the other ones. Those are all the ponds. Okay. Nope. See, and I thought I swished it, but no, you can see it's not. It's up underneath. I guess I'm not going to be able to do the trouble ones inside this because, see, I can't see them. And I can't get to them. And so the trouble ones I'm going to just have to do by themselves and not put them in. And I think the same thing with the rooks. I'm not going to be able to get it up there without seeing them and squishing, and I mean, and I even squished these. Thankfully I didn't really over pour any of them, but I did under pour a couple of them. More pink than blue, or purple. I guess the pink and the blue mixed and made purple. Which I put that blue in hoping I'd put the blue in first. A bishop. How did that get on the outside? Wow. Oh, this is still flimsy. I need to leave these alone. I don't want to break them inside the mold. Yeah, I try to clean my stuff up. Right after I use it. I tend to just forget it if I don't, and then when I go to pull it out to use it the next time, it just seems like it makes it that much harder. And I most definitely am going to be doing this again. This was just a trial run. I wanted to try the alcohol inks because I probably would have done this with mixed mold, to be quite honest with you, if I didn't want to use those alcohol inks. And yes, I wanted to do something different. You're not going to go into a store and find a chest set this color, that's for sure. Unless it's a handmade. And then, of course, you very well may be able to walk in and find something similar to this. Okay. Let's try it. Let's see. I hope I'm not taking them out too early, because now when you use alcohol ink, that does have an effect on the cure time on this. Also the bottom, see, the bottom's not totally dry, so you're getting this weird looking bottom. And I'm cleaning the inside out while it's turned inside out like this too, before I pop it back. And the longer you let them sit in here, the better. But for time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and take them out. That one turned sort of pink. I want to make sure all that's off of there before I put them back. I'm taking the ponds out first because they're the easiest ones to demold. The bubbles and stuff are better in this. I think putting the alcohol and not doing them all so quickly helped. I'm afraid the rook and them are still going to be messed up because they were in the middle and they were the last ones I poured. And they should have been the first ones I poured. But I went from the outside in, and I should have done from the inside out. This is still ponds. And they're all different, but very similar. Okay, I think there's one more pond. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? Nope, there's, yeah, 8. This would be 8. Okay. No, that's the pond. No, that's not a pond. What is this one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I got 8 ponds. So what is this? Oh, that's the bishop. Why is it? Okay, what happened? Oh, this was squished down, y'all. Oh, good gracious. If it's going to happen, well, at least you know that it can happen. I thought, why is this so tiny? Oh, good gracious. The mold was scrunched. And it did not see? Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that's hilarious. We gotta squish. Okay, now we don't have a full set. Oh well. This was just the tryout one anyway, right? Yes. So we're short a bishop. We're going to be short. I mean, the horse things didn't work out either because of the head. That one turned out good. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, so let's just see. I think if I wanted to do them in alcohol ink, so I would use epoxy resin. because you're going to get a cleaner, better. Yeah, this is sort of, I mean, I got all the tops, but it is not a real smooth, and I got to get down there with one of these because there is pink down in there. Yep, there was a piece. And I don't want to leave it in there. There we go. I can see pink down in there. Oh, I can see blue. And it's the same way with this night. It's on the very tip. See, these don't flip all the way out. So make sure you get in there and get that out of there. You don't want it. Okay, and I got it. Yeah, I'm going to tell y'all, if you're going to use the 10-minute polyurethane, just do all white and black, or all white and blue, or all white. You can color the 10-minute Cure Polyurethane to a certain degree with pigment. I've done that before, but this alcohol ink with something like this, you can do it, okay? It's very possible, and the colors are great. I love, it's a very whimsical color, and I love it. But it's also going to be a lot more time consuming. Yes, it's only 10 minutes. Well, supposedly 10 minutes. It's a little bit longer than 10 minutes, but that's what they say. The drying time is. But the fixing up and work time that you're going to have to do when using stuff like this is going to add to it. And now when you do this with epoxy resin, you're not going to have, when it comes out, it's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be nice. You're not going to have to do anything with it at all. So that is the difference. You have a fast first result, but then you're going to have to really work with it and clean it up really good with the 10-minute cure on something like this. Now, there's reasons to use the 10-minute cure. I love the stuff. But something like this, it's going to be easier if you use epoxy resin. The cleanup's going to be easier too. This stuff is sticking to, you know, with epoxy resin, you can put it in after you pour resin in, and it does an amazing magic. Alcohol ink does. Wow, we got 3 more pieces. It seems like it's taking long for me to get these out. Well, this is what the bishop's supposed to look like, y'all. If it turns out. Well, the good thing is now these pieces are all turning out. There's no holes and there's no gaps so far. Now that I said that, there probably will be. But there's the full-size bishop versus the squishy one. if it's going to happen, of course it's going to happen on my channel, let me tell you. But at least you learn what not to do right along with what to do, which is just as important, I think. It saves you some headache and some time by learning from my mistakes. A lot of them's not mistakes. A lot of them is I just love to experiment around and see what will happen. Okay, here we go. These are the two most important pieces, the king and the queen. Let's see, are they going to turn out? I thought one of the, yeah, that one's got a little hole in it, but not nearly as bad as the other one does. So pouring them quickly in smaller batches where the resin is still really thin, and I think also putting alcohol down in there does help, because all of these are together. They don't have any missing sides or anything like that, like the first one did. But of course that was hot and it was already thick, so I'm not surprised by that one. Okay, I'm trying to, now this is a booger. Trying to get that pushed back in once you push it out to get it out. I struggled with it last time too. Okay, got it in there. Okay, and this is the, was that the queen? Yeah, that was the queen. Okay, this is the king. Oh wow, that's pretty cool how that almost is totally, except for that right there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, pushing these back out is not easy, y'all. Let me take these gloves off. Maybe that's the problem. There it goes. Okay, I've got them all back in and ready to go. Okay, so let's set this up. We don't have a bishop for over here because it's, let's put that one out there. It's not even as big as a pond, okay? At least it matches the board. And I think what I'm going to do is, you know, I have these markers. What did I do with the markers? Oh, there it is. I think what I'm going to do, so it sort of matches, I think I'm going to take let's see. Of course, this is really bad because there's a lot of missing pieces, okay? But like air bubbles. That's what I'm talking about. Not missing pieces, but and that is going to really make them pop because they're not all there. But we'll do it enough Oh, this isn't even there halfway around. I love these markers. These markers are great. Which way? Okay, this is weird. Oh, that's missing. Okay, the base is totally gone from. Okay, we'll just do this because so much of it's missing on this side. This is not what it's going to look like normally, okay? Yep. Good enough. Okay, and then the same thing with the pond. Just a touch of color. Just sort of blend them in. Nope, that didn't work. And of course, that's missing that too. It's all there. It's real simple to do. It's the missing parts that make it hard. Oop. I just hit the thing. Are y'all seeing me? Off camera. I'm just trying to add some kind of color to it because I was hoping it was going to be shiny with the marabou, and it's not. The board's not shiny either. It did not. That was a waste of marabou alcohol ink. Now, I have done white where it came through, and I don't have any explanation for that. There's no rhyme or reason why it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. Because this tray is not very thick, so it should have worked wonderfully. Oh goodness, it's not even there. Okay, the line is gone. Okay, well, we'll just leave it like that. And then on that side, to bring in the blue, we'll put blue. See, it's supposed to be like that, just a solid line. And you can tell how much easier this is when all the piece is there. Keep forgetting these are paint markers. And you have to shake them. Oop. Yeah, not hit the phone though. Now y'all are shaking. Well, no, you're not shaking, but you feel like you are because the video is shaking. This alcohol ink does not work really well. I like the effect on some things. I don't like the effect on this. I think the color is pretty. But y'all know that I like color, so. Oh, that's. I'm not even gonna bother with that one. Okay. Nope, nope. Now that one's got it down there. Okay. That's the first chest set. Is it great? Is it fantastic? Is it a showstopper? Well, no, of course it is not. It is the very first one. And it was also experimenting around with these metallic alcohol inks. But I still think it's cool. If they had have all turned out, and if they hadn't have, had a lot of pieces missing, then I would have taken the time to coat this board with epoxy resin, and I would have taken the time to apply some glitz and glitter glaze on the top of this, and even that, and I would have tied the two in more together. But I am not going to do that because this will not go past the shop. I might give it to my grandbabies to play around with, because that they don't have a clue to what chess is, and it would give them something to play and practice with. Now that I probably would do. Do I think it was a failure? No, I do not think it was a failure. I learned a lot with this. I learned that with the metallic alcohol inks from Temu, even adding alcohol, they're still going to stick to the mold. They're still going to be gunky when you take the pieces out. I also learned when you're pouring this chest piece right here, pour the big pieces out of the stand if you have the stand. So when you pour it, you can do this, and you can get the bubbles up. Because I did that with this side. This side works out so much better with me doing this. The only pieces I couldn't reach are the ones that had an issue, and that was, there's a bubble right there, and there's a bubble right there. I could not reach those because they were right smack in the center, and I could not get to them up underneath here without ruining these over here. And I also know how big they are now, and I also know that I can use the markers on a mold, and I also know it is very possible, if you do it in a timely manner, it is possible to get just color in certain squares, which I wasn't sure if that was going to work or not. So yes, I learned a lot. So whenever I learn something, I never think it's a failure. Okay, this is it for this video. I'm going to ask you to hit the thumbs up like button for me. That is very important. It helps a lot to support the channel when you do that. And I have a great group of people, and I'm very, very thankful. So I'm going to say thank you before I ever even know you do it, because I know you are going to do it. Thank you for hitting that like button. And for those of you that watch, and there's a bunch of you that watch me that have not subscribed. I mean, a bunch. 30% of the people that watch me are subscribers. 70% are non-subscribers. That doesn't mean they only watch me once. That means they keep coming and watching me, but they don't hit that subscribe button. 70%, y'all. And I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. Just hit that subscribe button. When you get to the end of this, and maybe even now, there will be 2 blocks showing you 2 different videos you can watch. And then you'll see a picture of me. Yeah, I got my ugly face splattered right on the end of the screen. And no, I don't think I'm ugly. Honestly, I do not. I'm very happy, very content with who I am and how I look. It's the way God made me, so, you know, I don't think God makes mistakes. But I lost my train of thought. Oh, my face is plastered on the very end screen, and that is what you click to subscribe. So please slap my face and subscribe today. And I think that's it. Oh, the Facebook group. We would love to see you over there. The link for that is in the description box below. If you cannot find it, just holler in the comments and tell me that you need the link, and I'll send it to you. Also, if you have a question, as always, please leave it in the comment section. And if for some reason you ask me something, I told you this last time, but I think it bears repeating. If for some reason I don't answer you back, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I would never ignore any of you. It's just that it got lost, or I forgot about it, or I couldn't find it again. So ask again. In fact, you keep asking it until I answer it. That's what you should do. You just keep posting it until I answer it. That's not rude. That's you telling me you would like me to answer a question for you. And leave a comment, even if you don't have a question. Let me know what you enjoyed about the video. Let me know if there's something that you would like for me to do. I do know that I think it was Victoria. I'm not real good with names, but I believe it was Victoria that said, you talk a lot about mixed media, but I haven't seen you really do much of it. And she is so right, because I've been doing resin, and then it went into the 10-minute Cure Polyurethane Resin, and then it went into mixed mold, and then it went into clay. And there are so many. I mean, it's a vast black hole out there of crafts and arts that you could do and create. But I guarantee you, mixed media, and I told you this at the beginning of the year, mixed media will be something that I am going to get into because I love it. And that just opens up a brand new doorway. And you can use, see, that's the thing about it. Mixed media, you can bring resin in, you can bring mixed mold in, you can bring markers in, you can bring anything you can think into mixed media. You got old paper sacks, you got old onion bags, you got, I mean, mixed media is one of those arts that if you got it, you can use it, which makes it really, really fun. Alrighty, I am going to be quiet. Yeah, I'm still not saying that one SU word. No, I am not. Corianne is so proud of me. But I am going to be quiet. I'm going to say thank you again so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again real soon. Bye-bye.